Okay, everything looks to be okay. That's kind of low on my volume. One, two, three. It's going fine to the station, but it's not. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, I think that's. Oh, I made an adjustment. That's why the volume's off a little bit. Yeah, I turned everything down a little bit to make it a little bit better. So.
Oh, there's 2 ears. All you got to do is pull on the cord.
Okay, I gotta get VMix or social. VMix social. Week 9, High School Huddle, Facebook, turn it on. Find that post. That one there. Okay. All right, should be connected to comments.
The Huddle. Hey, Jeff Chappell and Bonnie Cower are watching.
Hopefully, no one's commented yet because I don't see it on my list.
On Facebooks.
View. Okay, I think it's going to work. Okie dokie. I think everything's set. Everything's ready to go.
7 sevens, Mr. Chappell says.
Oh, 7 sevens. Let's see if the comments are working. We'll hit send.
So many things I want to say right now, but I'm not going to.
It is working.
Get me in trouble.
With who? Law enforcement? Tanya?
I mean, all the above, potentially.
Potentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
I almost said something.
I know.
It was going to be mean.
glad you held it in. I only have room for one mean acquaintance. You know, that job's taken.
You ever wish you can, like, fast forward to, like, Sunday, 7 o'clock? Sunday, 4 o'clock?
Yeah. What would you fast forward to?
Sunday, 4 o'clock.
World Series?
No, my week would be done.
Oh, you look a little spent.
I've been waking up early and can't go back to sleep.
Define early.
Let's
Let's see if this is Chris Evans early or if this is everybody.
No,
early.
it's like 6:30. That's early for me.
No, I know it is. You yell at me if I call before 8.
Right.
So
right.
that's early. Yeah. And you sounded sleepy. I called you last night at 10:03, which is always okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you sounded a little like you're in bed. You were watching the World Series, you said.
Yeah, I was watching the World Series.
Yeah.
Huh.
You think Mr. Chappell's going to the World Series this year?
I mean, this would be the year to go.
I mean, he may not be going. I'm sure he'll send a few people.
The Atlanta Braves. A lot of Braves fans in the family. Last time the Braves were in there, we were talking about Y2K.
Last time the Braves were in there, I was in my 30s and feeling good about the future.
Mr. Isaiah Hammonds, the senior. Ready for the show. Thank you, Isaiah. Absolutely. We'll be talking about your son for sure tonight and Friday night.
Yeah. He's big time.
I have a junior, 11th grade kid. I'm so lucky that his class has a bunch of really good kids.
Good kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times, and I'm not just talking about Guthrie. This applies to everywhere in the world, but you'll have really good athletes that are okay kids, or really great kids that are okay athletes.
Yeah.
And not that. Listen, being an athlete, everybody has their opinion on that. I think it's great to prepare you for the future and get you ready to have success and other things. That doesn't just apply to football or band. It applies to band. It applies to whatever extracurricular activity you're in. I think it prepares you. But, man, when they're all good kids, the whole community benefits from that.
Yeah.
You're never embarrassed by anything they do. This group of kids has not embarrassed us one time. Not one time have they embarrassed us as a community. They've done a fabulous job, and that starts with the parents. So, good job, parents. You guys are doing a good job.
I appreciate that, Phil.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
Sam gets all the credit for it. Sam's hooking me up tonight.
Yeah.
Making me a salad. That's good.
Oh. Almost. Cookie. I was about to blow. I was about to blow that.
That'd be bad.
That wouldn't have been good.
Ready for another show. Isaiah was quite an athlete in his day, I've heard.
Yeah.
So
A few years younger than me.
So I was going to say, what class would have Isaiah been in?
Isaiah, help me out. Isaiah would have been
97?
in the 90. It was a 90.
96, 97?
No, 96.
You were 96?
I would guess Isaiah is
98, 99?
I'm going to go 98.
Okay.
That's my best guess.
Okay. Isaiah, what year did you graduate high school, brother?
That's my guess.
97. Jeff Chappell?
Now, see how fast that was, Phil?
Yeah, that was good.
How quick. He's on YouTube. So that's
it popped right up on Facebook, too.
Because I pushed a button.
Mr. Chappell, Mr. Chappell graduated from high school in 60?
Oh, no.
69?
No.
Was it early? Was it before that?
Big 77?
I think he was 70. Oh, no. I think he was 77.
Yeah, I got the photo here.
He was 77 because Phil Stevenson was 78. Is that correct? Or is it vice versa?
No, I believe Phil Stevenson was 78.
Okay.
Yeah. I can put this picture on the computer.
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
Showcase.
Let me see which picture you got. Oh, boy. You got pictures of everybody on there.
Yeah.
There's a good one, a chap.
There's a couple of them, chap. Oh, there's another one, a chap.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one, a chapel.
Oh,
yeah. There's Phil. Kevin Stitt.
Yeah. That looks like a video you got of me. We probably don't want to. We've got a group that eats lunch together regularly, and
there's two characters.
Oh boy, yeah, outstanding.
There's another one, a chapel. There's a chapel. There's a chapel.
There's
another chapel.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Chapel.
Oh no, they're everywhere.
There's you. There's Kevin Stitt again.
Why do you got to include me with Stitt every time?
Well, because you're right there.
Oh, that's you and me in that picture. What's that one of?
We
were doing a
promo.
Promo,
yeah.
Promo. Well, that's like 3-4 years old, isn't it?
No, that was last April.
Oh, was it really?
Last March.
Huh.
OSBI agent.
I got a couple videos of.
Oh, there's another chapel.
Oh no, he's prominent. Let's see here. Oh boy, Mr. Chappell just posted something. You might want to take a look at this. You might want to go ahead and consider this before you post a picture.
He has videos.
Oh yeah, and we both know he does.
You.
That's why I think you should get off Mr. Chappell.
Cody Knox. Good to see Cody Knox.
Cody. Chap's good at shooting video. Some would say it's a sickness. Some would say it's a gift. Some of us would say it's a curse. But he's good at it. He can shoot a video.
I know I have that photo.
Which one are you? Oh, back in his playing days?
Yeah.
When he's lacing up the shoes?
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Getting ready to go to battle.
I have that one.
The hair was on point, too, in that picture. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I think I've got that picture, actually. Let me see here. I think I do.
Oh, there's another chapel. I missed that one. That's in the
You got to find the lacing up the shoes picture now.
Cheyenne says, would it be okay for 2 extra minutes?
What does that mean?
Go on at 6:58.
Oh, well, yeah, we got things to say.
Oh, we do?
5:58. We'd go on at 5:58.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5:58, yes.
Yeah, we got things to say.
Yeah, Cheyenne, not a problem. We'd be glad to do it.
Team players, Cheyenne. But you got to find that chapel video. What are we at here? I'm a little worried you don't have it.
No, I just got.
You got to go back. Can you not search by name?
I wish I could.
How do you type in troublemaker? How do you spell that? Let's see here.
Going to be 5:57:44.
Goodness. That's very detailed. Okay, you've got. How many pictures do you have?
I don't know. It's not as many as others.
So I was thinking
Like
Chapel. I mean, he
Chapel.
told us one time he had some stupid thousands
Terabyte
of
of something. I can't remember.
No, he had to buy extra. He's like 2 terabytes. That's a lot of terabyte.
It is. There's the fire chief.
There's my friend Kim Lucas. Back in Kansas. Hi, Kimberly. Miss you. Fine young lady. Oh, my favorite school board member's watching. You know who it is.
I know. I was trying to think of something else to say.
Hi, Tina. Appreciate you watching.
There's a Jayhawk.
Oh.
Got the Jayhawk on there.
Oh, where's that? High quality mascot. It's a good mascot.
Oh,
Jayhawk's
there's
a good
you
mascot.
trimming a tree.
In my yard or yours?
It's my yard.
Of course it was. Let me see. Okay, you've got to find this picture now. Okay, literally there's more chapels.
Well, it's almost time to go on the air.
Time to do our job.
Hello.
Disappointing.
Howdy, you got
15 seconds left in the song.
Let's
Okay.
light this candle.
7 seconds.
Oh, boy.
Oklahoma, huddle up. It's time to go inside the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. The High School Huddle will take you where you want to go with coaches, players, your phone calls, texts, and tweets. Join the huddle and let's talk high school sports.
It is the High School Huddle.
Okay, we're falling apart.
We are falling apart quick. We're going to have to shut that.
The chosen one.
Oh, my goodness. That's for all you folks in radio land, the back door was open, and the golden one, Maximus Einstein Evans, comes storming in here.
Spoiled dog in the face of the earth.
How he missed the computer, headphones, camera.
He did a good job, really.
Well, he's
special.
He's special and
a
athletic.
genius. Yeah, I know.
Nothing got unplugged. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to Radio Line, Hot 93.7 FM, KSBI, Cheyenne back in our Stillwater studio. Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. Week number 9
That's stupid.
of the high school football season is here, and I guess we're officially in the football weather.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
The last week, really.
Yeah. It's like almost 80 yesterday, 60 today.
Yeah, it needs to. Yeah. Next week, I saw a lot of part of next week. Highs are going to be in the 40s.
Oh, dear goodness.
Oh, yeah, no, that's perfect.
This is the time of year you need really good press boxes.
Oh, yeah. And, it's time of year you need to call our good friends at Integrity Heat and Air and have them come get your heater ready.
Yeah. Max threw me off. I don't know what I was going to tell you. I don't know what I was going to say now.
Well, Mr. Chappell has a question for you.
For me already?
Oh, yeah. What's the advantage of watching on YouTube?
Oh, what's the well, thanks for asking. There's a bunch of ways you can catch us here on a Hot 93.7 FM across north central Oklahoma. You can catch us on Guthrie News Page Facebook as well as Guthrie News Page YouTube. And if you watch the YouTube feed, it's a lot quicker. So when I say now, it's on YouTube right that fast. It's within 3 seconds. So if
they've never put you in jail.
Yeah, if we ever have live auctions, like we'll have the Guthrie Kiwanis auction here on Guthrie News Page.
Great cause.
That'll help with children. And, so on Facebook, it's a little bit longer delay. So if you want to know, like on our football broadcasts, if Guthrie scores, you'll know before everybody on if we were streaming on Facebook. But that's one of the advantages with YouTube. But either one of them works exactly the way it needs to be.
Cousin Nathan says the build-up for this picture is getting intense. The Jeff Chappell action pose prior to taking the field at Jelsman Stadium back in the in the fall of '77.
Yeah, I'll continue to search for that. But our title sponsor, how they keep hanging on with this, I don't know. Is our good friends at Generations Church. 405-282-6848 is their phone number. They're located 2524 West Noble. Josh and Nicole Seabolt out there at Generations Guthrie. You can go to the website, generationsguthrie.com. Our video audience getting a good look at that there. You also find them on Facebook, Generations Guthrie. Everyone is welcome, whether you've been involved in church your whole life or if you're giving church a first look. That's our good friends at Generations Church. And thanks, Josh, and all the great people out there. And Phil, before we dive into what happened last week, and we're also bringing a little bit of cross-country talk as their biggest.
Week.
Yeah, it's their huge week.
Yeah.
Outdoors. But anyway, Phil, we have a lot of great viewers and listeners out there.
Yeah,
and it's we appreciate every single one of them for joining us every night. But we got a care package. I'm going to take this for our video audience here.
Here we go.
I will let you hold that for just a second.
So that's not going to make it much longer.
No, but we had a very nice viewer from Texas.
Yeah, from Texas. Listens to us out of Texas.
Listens to us in Texas and got some all pecans. It's all pecans type stuff.
So good. Cinnamon, you got maple, you got chocolate covered, you got some great peanut brittle, breads, pecan pies. Come on now.
Yeah, so
it's all good.
Yeah, we appreciate that. It's always
taking that all home.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to keep it.
Yeah. And then
just like the plaques.
Yeah, and we also got some Texas pecan coffee.
Yeah, Sam's stake claim to that.
Yeah,
so,
Sam's going to take that.
Sam.
But we appreciate the family down there.
Really do.
Send that to us. And
very kind.
They brought us a brochure as well, and they send us stuff. We're going to promote them.
Absolutely.
Here, pecans.com. So the holiday season is here for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. We invite you to go to pecans.com. And check out the selection is
good stuff. I mean, I ate some of the peanut brittle. It's delicious peanut brittle. I'll be sampling all of it. It'll be gone by game.
Yeah, no. That's why I say I kept it all wrapped up for you.
Yeah.
So a big thank you. A big thank you to them. So
really appreciate that.
All right. Well, let's dive into this, Phil. Before we get into the football stuff, and there was a lot of great performances last week, we're starting to get close to playoff scenarios, and we got a big one this week here in Guthrie. It is our game of the week that we will talk about with Bishop McGinnis taking on Guthrie. The winner gets to host a playoff game. So, so we'll talk about that and where teams could be going on the playoffs, along with some top performances and all that good stuff. But we want to give a big shout-out and talk a little bit about the cross-country state meet. It is this Saturday, so if you want to go out and watch the biggest cross-country meet of the year, it is this Saturday. It's at Edmond Santa Fe, and it all starts at 8:30. So if you've never been to a cross-country state meet, it's really cool. Edmond Santa Fe. It's at Edmond Santa Fe, but all three Edmond schools, all the athletic directors come together and get the race ready, the bleachers ready. Yeah. They all work together and do a great job of putting on a state meet. But the 6A girls starts at 8:30, and the 6A boys will run at 9:15. Then they will have their awards ceremony, and then the 5A schools will go at 10:15 with the girls, 11 o'clock for the boys. Then there's the 5A awards ceremony at 11:45. High noon, 3A girls at 12:20 be the 3A boys, because most of these races will take about 16, 17 minutes. That's how fast.
Take me a day and a half to get done with.
That's 3.1 miles.
Take me 2 days.
So the 3A awards ceremony at Edmond Santa Fe inside the football stadium will be at 1:05. The 2A girls will run at 1:20. The 2A boys will run at 1:40. 2A awards ceremony will be at 2:25. The 4A girls will be at 2:35. The 4A boys will run at 2:55 for the final meet of the day, and then the 4A awards ceremony. So from 8:30 in the morning to about 4 o'clock will be the best runners in the state of Oklahoma running this week.
I know what you're doing Saturday.
I will be there from way before that and way after that.
Yeah, and we encourage everybody to get out to Edmond and support these kids. They work their tails off, and we have some tremendous runners across the state of Oklahoma. Every year there's always, some real elite runners in our state that go out and compete in these. So cross country is enjoyable to watch. It's entertaining. It doesn't seem like but it's fast paced.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, everything's just constantly going. The people that put those events on are amazing. But it'll be a lot of fun. So if you're looking for something to do Saturday, go out and support your teams and the kids out competing from across the state of Oklahoma at Edmond Santa Fe.
And I was going through some of these the meets. Both Guthrie teams will be there for all of our Guthrie fans listening on tonight's show. But Piedmont and Deer Creek, boys and girls, will be the favorites.
Yeah.
I think, especially on this side of the state, they will be favored. Piedmont doesn't win it. Piedmont won band. Piedmont wins.
Well,
They win everything.
somebody said the other day, and I'm not going to name him to protect the innocent, but they said Piedmont wins state in everything but football and girls golf.
Girls golf, yeah.
And I don't know if that's true about girls golf. I know it's so far it's been true about football, but the point being is they're dominant in about every softball,
wrestling,
and
baseball.
I know you said they're banned, but their band's amazing.
Yeah, they won it just last week.
No, they're amazing, and so congratulations to the Piedmont kiddos. You guys are doing great. But it's and listen, we're all Oklahomans, right? So
absolutely,
you want to see all these kids do well. But a lot of good things to do and a lot of good things to be proud of.
So before we get into some of the news, the big news, UCO, boy, they got a deposit into the account last week. We'll talk about that in a second.
Oh.
But here's a question for you. You always like to do these questions. I'll throw one at you.
Okay.
So you get to see the state championship from 6A all the way down to Class A every single year.
Yep.
If you were had to coach a football program, what classification in high school football would you want to coach at? Would you want all the glory, all the big lights, all the big scoreboards, all the big stands, a little bit of that, a little bit of small town? You grew up playing small town football.
Small town football.
We've seen the huge crowds. We've seen the huge gates that these big schools bring in.
It's amazing.
Where do you fit if you had to coach one team? And
in Oklahoma?
In Oklahoma, you don't have to name a team, but you can name a class.
I got a couple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to name
it'd be 2A or A ball for me.
2A or A.
Yeah, I'd want to be 11-man football, but it would be 2A or A. It's not even close. I would have zero desire to coach 6A ball of any kind. 5A ball, I think, and I'll tell you why. And the 4A, I'll put 4A in there. So I think 3A, 2A, A ball. But for me, it would be 2A or A. Probably A, being honest, but 2A or A ball. Yeah. Yeah.
So like a Cash and a Crescent, a Tonkawa, a Ringling, a Hooker, a Gore,
right. Beggs,
a Warner,
a Beggs. Those kind of folks. I love the really small town atmosphere.
Yeah.
That goes into that. When we went over to Jones last year and played, and I was like a kid in a candy store over there because it just took me back to the early '80s where I grew up, and the moms and dads are in lawn chairs and everybody's having fun and they're cooking out, and it's just, and they know football and they're excited, and it's, I don't know, man, it's just, that's hard to beat. 5A ball, 5A and above, people lose their minds sometimes. I mean, I'm not going to say that there's not people out there in small ball that lose their minds. There is, but man, we got to remember sometimes these are kids. These are kids, and the vast majority of these kids. What percentage of Oklahoma kids that play football, all class, go play Division I football?
A percentage?
Yeah. What would you guess the percentage?
I
don't know. I'm asking you.
Below 10.
Oh yeah.
Below 5.
Yeah.
The first number came in was 2%.
Yeah, 1 to 2%.
Yeah. 1 probably.
Yeah, 1 probably.
If that one.
But, and it's not the kids, it's the old people like me that get stuff stirred up. So I think I'd want to go someplace where I could have fun. I could be a teacher that coaches. You know what I mean?
Right.
And really, really help those kids develop. That's what I mean, that'd be my wheelhouse. How about you?
It would have to be 5A or higher because, oh, wait. No, I'm coaching.
Yeah, coaching.
Press box. I got to have a nice press box. Got to have a nice press box.
But you're coaching.
But I'm coaching.
Yeah.
I would want turf, so I wouldn't have to mow all the time.
So many things.
Irrigation system would be. Does my scoreboard have replay? I would like to look up and see replay.
Everybody, this is the real Chris Evans. Right here. This is the real Chris Evans.
I can show the official, hey, there was a little
Well, you wouldn't want to have to teach class, right? You just want to
coach
football.
Course. No.
Just coach football.
The booster club would give me enough
side of beef and a little extra cash and
phone,
a
car.
Potentially, expense account.
Well, you got to study game film. I mean, you can't be teaching kids anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you're a big ball guy. You'd want to do big ball.
I think I'd be big. I think I'd be big.
Yeah,
I mean, I grew up in Guthrie all my entire life. Edmond was down the way.
Yeah.
Watched it.
Well, and there's also a pureness, I think, in the smaller ball. Not that there's not great athletes in the A and the 2A. There are.
Right.
There are.
Yeah.
But there are fewer of them. Correct. The kids that have the potential to play at the highest collegiate level or at a D2 level even. There's fewer of them.
Right.
And so I think you get to work with kids that is their moment. High school football is it for them. They're gonna they're going to play usually 2 years, start 2 years. If you're exceptional, if you're an above average player, you might start 3 years. If you're exceptional, there are kids out there in even the bigger classes that'll start 4 years. But in the smaller classes, you'll have a freshman or two that'll start. You'll have
absolutely.
a bunch of sophomores that'll start. And so you get to spend more time with these kids too, with them actually out on the field performing. So I think there's a lot of positives to doing the small ball.
And last year got to cover every single A and B basketball state tournament game, as well as 2A, 3A, 4A. And I've seen 5A and 6A my entire life watching it play. But A and B, as you said, some of those most of the time not as athletic as your 6A, 5A schools, but I can tell you a lot of those A and B schools are really, truly disciplined. They know the plays all so well. Their coach can get in their face a little bit more, and they're tougher. Maybe, I guess, is that the right way?
Well, I don't even know.
I don't know if it's tougher, but I think
it's more. I think it's more intimate because in a smaller community, the coaches. I mean, they know they really know everybody. People know, for example, in Guthrie, where we live, people know who Kelly Beebe is, but Kelly can still have some autonomy, right? I mean, people aren't. Yeah. I mean, he can separate himself from a lot of the stuff. Now, Kelly's very approachable, and he doesn't do that. I'm just saying if he wants to, he could. But you get into a Cashin, dude, there's no hiding. I mean, if you're 0-8, you're 0-8, and everybody knows you're 0-8.
Right.
If you're 8-0, you're 8-0, and everybody knows you're 8-0. And so it's more of a you're gonna know them personally much better. As to where here in schools, larger schools, I think people feel like they know the coaches because of what they see on Friday nights, or they might see them interviewed, or they might see but they really don't know them. Right. I had this conversation today, and this is no particular town, but all across America. And listen, I could say this. I was a dad of football players.
State championship run.
Yeah, I could say this. All dads and moms, many moms, get way too vested, and I'm guilty, way too vested in that process sometimes. And I think it kind of lose track of reality a little bit of what this is really about.
Yeah.
There's not a high school coach in the world that doesn't want to win every game they coach. And so, I think, and honestly, I think, college coaching isn't that hard, in my opinion. You get fired, and you're coaching at a big program, they give you $20 million and tell you to leave.
And then go get another job.
And go get another job eventually, or go broadcast, or go do something.
Right.
The high school coaches, man, they get slaughtered by people.
Well, and it's nothing they can control. They can't go out and say, you know what, I'm going to give you these two kids so I can get this one kid.
And they have to make decisions that are tough.
Yes.
Especially in smaller towns. I mean, your favorite kid, you might want to be out there so bad, but these coaches want to win.
Mm-hmm.
And so 99.9% of the time, they put the absolute best players out there that give them the best chance to win.
And in those small schools, you might have a kid that throws, like the Drummond kid at Pawhuska, that throws 8,000 yards.
Right.
Next year, the quarterback might run 8,000 yards. You have to switch your offense.
Yeah, there is none of this following.
Yeah. Bixby's going to replace their passing quarterback with another passing quarterback and then another passing quarterback.
Right.
And so, but
yeah, that's a good question though. That's interesting. It'd be interesting to know. I'd like to hear from our listeners and our viewers. What would you rather do? Would you rather do small ball or big ball? Or
Cousin Nathan says definitely 3A and below for basketball. Those
that's
really
fun.
get into it.
Yeah, that's fun. No, that's great. And baseball, I love the small schools that play fall baseball.
Yeah,
those are 100% baseball communities. I mean, so that's a cool thing too. So
yeah, Silo, Dell, Otaha.
Yeah.
All those fun schools. So. Well, that will be segment number one. Phil, you need a pecan.
No, but I do. I echo what Cousin Nathan said. He said, boy, I sure hope they don't let the mascot drive through Guthrie Town on Friday.
Oh.
That'll never die.
No.
Be here forever.
McGinnis fans and Guthrie fans will always remember that. I got that photo somewhere, too.
That's classic. That's still one of the funniest things. We were talking to some
Was that 07 or 08?
I can't remember, but I just remember talking to one of the officers that was there, and he said, we walked up to the car. The kid knew he was caught, and so he locked the door to finish his beer. He wasn't going to come out till he was done with his beer.
Yeah,
and nobody got hurt, and that's the good news. And
It was a long time ago.
Long time ago. But it is fun. I mean, that will never die in Guthrie. Because that was classic.
I will. I'll have a photo. I don't think I can share the photo, but
yeah, but it's a great photo.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
So we need to hit our first break. Greg Gibson watching us on Facebook.
Hey, Greg.
Greg, you've been on Facebook the last couple of weeks, not watching us on YouTube. So what's going on?
He
with
knows
that?
what's up.
All right, we're going to take our opening time out here on the High School Huddle, presented by Generations Church. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of last week's games. We'll look forward to this week's games as well, including the Guthrie Blue Jays holding Bishop McGinnis Fighting Irish. The winner will host a playoff game. Get our thoughts on that one, and as well as some of the games last week. We'll also look at the top performers of last week as well. This is the High School Huddle.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
High School Huddle, Cheyenne, Phil, Chris with you. Thanks for tuning us in on Wednesday night. We'll take you up to the top of the hour, get back to the big music, and a reminder, we want to go ahead and get this in here real quick, Phil, is the Oklahoma State Cowboys will be back inside Boone Pickens Stadium this week as they host those pesky Kansas Jayhawks. How about that? Game time, 6 o'clock. Pre-game show begins at 4 o'clock, but before all that happens, we get it all started with Game Day Live at Eskimo Joe's with Rex Holtz. I just love saying that. Game Day Live at Eskimo Joe's. Rex does that.
Does a great job.
Does a great job with that. He goes on the air here at 93.7 at 2:30. Get you ready for those Jayhawks and Cowboys. And you can also hear the game on the network right here on 93.7 as well as Kansas shut out the Sooners in the first half.
Football was a 3-quarter game. They would have got the win.
Yeah, it was 10-0 at half.
Yep. 80-some yards total offense by the Sooners in the first half. Just anemic.
It wasn't good.
Then they remembered who they were in the fourth quarter and
scored 35 points.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's – but, you know, I mean, it's so I don't know. There's so much – it goes back to kind of what we were talking about in the previous segment. You know, everybody's a better coach than Lincoln Riley. Everybody knows what to do better than Lincoln Riley. Everybody, you know, I mean, I asked a dad a couple of weeks ago. He was complaining about a high school coach, not in Guthrie. I want to be clear about that, but outside of Guthrie. And I said, now, how many wins do you have as a coach?
Well, he took it one way or the other.
Well, he chuckled because we're buddies.
Okay,
we're
good,
buddies.
Good. Oh, buddies. Okay.
Yeah, we're buddies. That's what you got. A lot of W's coaching high school football, 6A high school football. No, I know. I mean, you know, that's okay. I mean, you know, people get passionate about it. That's part of it. But you got to remember, those guys do know what they're doing. They're darn sure Lincoln Riley knows what he's doing.
Well, and Oklahoma State almost got it on the road. That was a very entertaining ball game and tough game indeed, as you expect over there at Iowa State. Well, anyway, let's get back to it here on the High School Huddle presented by Generations Church. And some big news for our friends up the road in Edmond at the University of Central Oklahoma, as it is no longer Watland Stadium. It's always been Watland Stadium for as long as I know, but now it's Chad Richardson Field. Is it Chad Richardson Field or
Stadium?
It is Chad Richardson Stadium. I apologize.
My friends, is what $10 million will get you.
Yeah, he is the CEO of Oklahoma City-based Paycom. So,
founder and CEO.
Yeah, so, he went to UCO.
Yep.
And before he gave this $10 million gift.
I believe he was a wrestler at UCO.
He was an athlete at UCO, so he's giving back to his alma mater. And so that will put we'll kind of go over the details here in a little – well, go ahead and do it right now. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way, Phil. The upgrades include – 1,900 additional seats on the visitor side of an upper-level seating concourse. The stadium capacity, this will be for next year. They want to get this done before the first UCO game next year. There will be a capacity of 12,000 people total there. Additional restrooms, concessions, a new artificial turf. And again, they want to have that ready to go by next fall. So this is great news for UCO.
Awesome.
For UCO Bronco football. Yeah. This will put them, if they were pretty close. I mean, it's a beautiful stadium.
They're going to be at the top.
Near the top of all this, because the home side is as good as you can get. Almost are there. The end zone, the locker room, the weight room, all the suites and all that stuff over there is nice already. But now they're adding all these extra stuff, and this is ultimately good for UCO as well as getting more high school state championships at their stadium.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing, and everybody should be. Well, first of all, you need to tip your hat to Mitchell Richardson. I mean, this guy founded this company. It's one of the fastest-growing companies in the country and does great. Of course, Paycom's name happens to be on the building that the Thunder play at. So.
0-4 Thunder, but, hey, they got 95,000 picks. We're okay.
Oh, boy, it's already started.
All second-round picks that do nothing for you. But
here we go. It's already started. Chris likes basketball a little too much.
Yeah. They hustled. They worked hard to the end. They never gave up. All that's already starting.
Can we get back to Chad?
Okay.
Yeah, so Chad's doing a great job, and all the hard-working employees at Paycom.
Wait, I got one more thing about that.
Yeah,
so,
I know,
okay.
I know,
go ahead.
And so it's good. I did tell you off the air, we were talking about this. I said, man, if there was $25 million more, they'd have as much money as Union High School.
And I looked, and I kept looking. I was going through photos. I didn't see anything added to the press box. So
well, you're disappointed.
There's no kitchen being installed at the UCO press box like Union's.
No kitchen?
I didn't see a kitchen in there.
That'd be cool. We could bring like pizzas. We could cook our own pizzas in there.
Can you not put $11 million, a little million for the
What's
kitchen?
$1 million, Chad?
Yeah,
come on.
on.
No, that's good. That's great stuff.
It is
it's
good
great
stuff.
for UCO. It's great for the city of Edmond. And it's great for all of us if you like high school sports. I mean, it's so good to have a place like that that's central, that is easy to get to and promotes the Oklahoma City metro area and Edmond in particular.
Yeah, and there's, the biggest thing that a lot of people in the Tulsa area didn't like it because if Union or Wasso or Broken Arrow, Jinx, those four major
You might have to drive?
Well, and it's usually one of those four in the finals. Santa Fe got there last year, but they thought, well, if it's down to the final four teams, then it should be played there. But once you get to the stadium, the thing that was kind of that this will take care of is restrooms on the visitor side.
Yeah, which they need.
They need that pretty bad. Yep. And then if you're the visiting team, there's less seats. If you're on the home team, there's a whole lot of seats to choose from. So, but UCO in this $10 million gift realized that, hey, we have a great facility, but we can make it better. Let's do it. So I give UCO all the credit. A lot of credit.
Doing a great job.
They could have just said, hey, we got a 3-year deal, and we're just happy to have it here. And
they're investing in it.
Now they're investing a much longer term than that. So that'll be fun to watch. So there's oh boy.
That's one of those moments where Chris panics. He can't say, okay, it's back.
Okay.
Screen went away for a second.
Screen went away, got it. It's
scary
running really, really slow. I don't know what's going on with that.
He's tired.
I get that. Okay, so let's talk.
Oh, boy.
I'm just trying to get there. I guess one of the big scores last week, Phil, was the Mustang. We talked about Edmond Santa Fe. We talked about Norman North, one of those schools that can maybe not win it all, but maybe get to the finals. But Mustang says, hold on, we need to be mentioned in there as well, as they beat Owasso 47-41.
Yeah, in that game, I don't know what happened at the end of the game, but deep in the third quarter, they were up by 3 touchdowns over Owasso. So Owasso, I assume they either scored some junk at the very end of the game or they made a real comeback. I don't know. That. But either way, that's a good win for Mustang. And like you said, kind of puts them in position with Edmond Santa Fe, what I would consider struggling right now.
Lost to Broken Arrow 47-42.
Now, listen, great football team, but I think Edmond Santa Fe hasn't done as well as some people thought they would this year.
Right.
I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah.
They'll be there in the playoffs. They'll make a run. Very athletic team, but Mustang seems to be, at least this week, the best option.
Yeah, right now they're going to – they hold that second spot, which is a playoff spot in that district. But for the Mustang Bronco, Karsten Keene, I thought DeAndre Jones of Guthrie had a great week. We'll talk about he did have a great week. We'll talk about that here probably in our next segment, but or here coming up next. But defensively, the Keene kid had 4 interceptions, which he returned for a touchdown, forced fumble, and 7 tackles. So.
He's my player of the week.
That's a pretty darn performance, and that's against Owasso. That's not against.
He's my player of the week.
Yeah. So, oh boy, what is going on with this?
It's tired.
Is that what's going on?
It's tired.
Well, here's some other things to take a look at this week, Phil. The Warner Eagles.
Come on now.
They're going to go 9-1 this year.
They are?
Yeah, I looked ahead. Warner Eagles, led by head coach Rafe Watkins.
Good for them.
Their only loss to Gore. It was a
very good football team.
It was a 14-8 ball game, and then my screen just completely went away.
You need to hop in there and fix that. Just let me know.
I don't know what is happening to this laptop or this Surface. Now I got to go back to where. Anyway, okay, Phil. Let's just move down to 5A football real quick.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. Guthrie Lawton Ike.
Yep. Was a
great game. DeAndre Jones. 3 interceptions, including a pick 6, and he was not the player of the game for us. Chris Chaputis had a tremendous performance. But Lawton Ike and Guthrie was a fun game, and now it looks like Crawford's going to finish 1 in the district. McGinnis, Guthrie fighting for that 2 spot.
Yeah.
Whoever 2-3, and then Piedmont, Lawton Ike play this week for that 4 spot. So.
I think Lawton Ike will run real Piedmont in that game.
Think so?
I do.
Yeah.
They're the most athletic team Guthrie's played this year.
Well, and we talked about. I didn't think about this until Kelly Beebe said in this postgame show, but they're the most athletic team in the entire district.
I don't
more so than Carl Alberts.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any question. I mean, they're extremely athletic, and their defensive front, which, let's just be honest, wreaked havoc on our front line last week. I mean, they're so good. Our kids battled, obviously, but, Guthrie got 14 points off turnovers, last week. And so it's a big deal. But their D-line's as good as you'll find, and they had 3 cats out there playing wide receiver special, and that running back was outstanding. They had a very good quarterback. So Guthrie beat an extremely athletic Lawton Ike team last Friday.
Okay, I got my notes back.
Okay, good. So I can quit now?
Yeah, you can quit. We're going to come back to 5A. We're going to talk
Awesome.
about more about Guthrie and McGinnis here in a little bit, I promise. But Warner beat Canadian 70-0. But I was trying to find – oh, here it is. How about the scoring outputs in Week 8?
Okay.
Duncan put 80 points on.
Yeah.
Tulsa Victory Christian scored 77. Collinsville scored 71. The Pioneers at Stillwater scored 70. The offenses are now, I guess most of these teams that they beat weren't very good, but more and more points are being scored. We saw that in the college football. Now we're starting to see it more and more in high school football teams.
Well, and rules are set up at all levels to benefit the offense too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it's just tougher, in my opinion, to go out and play defense than it is offense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got a lot more restrictions on what you can and can't do, and then the truth is these kids, and again, we've talked about this, 5A, 6A, I guarantee you go look at a lot of those teams, they all throw the ball around a little bit. You know, if you can throw the ball around, you're way ahead of the game. So
in 5A football, that's Collinsville and Noble.
Yep.
I mean, those are the two teams that I know
really
for sure.
spin it.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. Bixby won this past week.
Really?
Yeah, they got by Muskogee.
That's a shocker. Yeah. Man.
Got past Muskogee, 56-14, so Bixby now has.
Gave up 14.
Gave up 14.
Oh, boy.
44 straight. Well, it was 49-0 at halftime.
Oh, okay. JV.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, 44 straight games. We're going to talk about this game here a little bit as well. Tonkawa and Cashion is going to be one of the big games of the week that we'll talk about in our last segment. Tonkawa running back Cam Jackson last week, 251 yards rushing on 19 carries, 3 touchdowns against the Hinton Comets. So McAllister's junior running back Eric McCarty, again, another huge game, 11 carries, 140 yards, 3 scores as they took down Edison 52-17. And McAllister is just one of those teams that's out in the
Nobody
eastern
talks
part.
about them.
No one sees or
on
hears.
This side of the state.
Not at all.
I think they're the second best team in 5A right now.
Your Beggs team, Phil, the Red Martell, 15 carries, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns as they took down Kiefer. So
that'd be a fun place to coach.
Those were some of the highlights of last week's matchups. So
great football.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good overall. You seem tired.
Well,
the energy level's a little low. I'm not gonna lie.
The surface is.
I mean, you're hitting things off the air. You were cursing uncontrollably.
I was not. At Del City, there's another thing.
Wow, that was crazy.
Deer Creek.
Shh.
That's the.
I was so angry last Friday doing scoring updates. Because everybody knows if you've listened. I mean.
Oh yeah, we know. Okay. Yeah.
I prefer.
You talking about Del City? Or
I'd prefer Deer Creek loses every game they ever play. I'm joking. Yeah. I'd like to win one a year. But no, I'm playing. This goes back to we had a great rivalry with Deer Creek for years, and I'm having fun with that. But Deer Creek's obviously a great football team. I'll tell you what, because Del City is athletic. And, man, they had I think they went extra innings, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, went extra innings to get the win.
That's the third time Del City has gone into overtime this year.
Yeah.
Del City. And if I remember right, didn't Deer Creek get up like a few scores?
Yeah, they were up big at one point. And, I mean, it was, it was shocking. I expected it to be a decent ball game, but I thought it was a game that Del City would be in control, but Deer Creek would hang around.
Right.
But boy, it wasn't that at all. Del City had to come back to get the win. So that's a well of a ball game, no doubt about it.
Cushing took down Blanchard. That was one of our games of the week last week. Cushing won that game 27-13. Tuttle gave up another 6 points.
What?
Yeah. Ada.
I'm starting to get concerned.
Yeah, so let's look at Tuttle work. We haven't discussed the Tigers here.
Not a lot to talk about.
Did you hear the tornado sirens go off last night?
Slept right through it.
Are you serious?
When they go off?
About midnight-ish.
Tanya was yelling at me at midnight. No, I was, as you know, midnight. That's sleepy time.
Right.
So
I was curious if you slept through.
Well, my attitude is if I'm going to go in an F5, I'm going to go in an F5. I'm not going to lose an opportunity to get sleepy time worrying about a tornado coming to my house. May or may not come. If it comes, it's been a good run. I'm officially at that age, Chris.
Oh, boy.
I'm 55. So if I go tomorrow or tonight, this will be the conversation. Well, how old was he? 55. Yeah. I mean, I'm old enough to where they go, I mean, that's a little young, but, it's all right.
Well, I think you're still what happened. think
they'd want to know what happened.
I think you're still at the what happened
stage.
Yeah.
But it would be like, well, what happened? And they'd take the tornado. They go, man, that's too bad.
Did he not hear the tornado
siren?
Are you guys?
What are you guys doing Saturday?
Does he not have a siren?
But they'd quickly transition. Be like, what happened? Tornado got him. Man, that's sad.
What do you want to go for lunch?
What do you want to do for real? Yeah, are you hungry?
Yeah.
I mean, there'd be like 30 seconds where you'd be inconsolable for like 30 seconds, but you'd move on.
It's like, oh, don't tell me the funeral's on Tuesday. Don't tell me it's on Tuesday. Is there any way, Tanya, you can move it to Wednesday?
Oh, boy. Chris has the toughest job in the world. He is officially in charge of my funeral.
Yeah.
You're going to have a lot of material. A lot of material. Chapel's not allowed, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, he starts throwing videos up there and whatnot. It could be bad.
Okay. We got to get a break.
Okay.
But here's Tuttle. Here's our points given up this year. 0, 13, 7, 7, 0, 13, 8, 6. That's tough. Let's see. They got John Marshall and Blanchard left on their schedule.
So they're going to shut out John Marshall. Blanchard will put up a scrap, but they might be able to get 13.
That's a little rival. Week 10, Tuttle. Tuttle.
They may get 20.
Well, it's like,
crazy talk. Crazy talk. Yeah, it's crazy talk.
You didn't get enough sleep last night.
No, I didn't.
All right, we're going to take our next time. I can't believe you didn't hear the sirens.
No, I slept right through it.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, actually.
Well,
All right, they're outdoor warning signals anyway.
They're not the weird thing?
They're not
far from my house
either.
I know.
Well, I have one right out here, and in my geeky way, I knew they were going to blow them before they blew them anyway.
I really don't, and you know this about me. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. If I go, I go.
Oh, well,
There's nothing I can do about it. What am I going to do, whip an F5? I mean,
well, no, but
and listen, I'm too old and fat to worry about trying to get to the storm shelter. It's all the way on the other side of the house.
Who installed that?
Ways. Oh, boy.
Take a time out. This is High School Huddle.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
Mm-hmm. We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Hey, Phil.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back. High School Huddle presented by our good friends at Generations Church, 2524 West Noble. Give them a call, 282-6848. Find them on their website, generationsguthrie.com. Generation Church, your kids are our top priority. They will love it just as much as you will. Generations Church. Got a little bit of breaking news for you.
Oh, boy.
We were talking about your funeral, Phil.
Oh, yeah, got it.
We're talking about your funeral.
Yep.
Aaron Ryburn has stepped up and will
do the slideshow.
He says he will do the slideshow for your funeral.
So all we're needing now is somebody to cater the event.
We already got the pecans.
Got pecans. We need somebody to cater. Need a facility to conduct the after party.
Oh, what about the COVID? You don't want to get people.
Oh, no, at that point, I don't care. Everybody just come.
A Zoom Zoom service?
I want a lot of hugging going on.
Oh, yeah.
Hugging, holding, crying, laughing. I want it all. I'll be watching. I'm just letting you know. I'll be watching.
By the way, it wasn't just Phil who slept through the tornado signs. There was a tornado siren that came through. The tornado signs were sounded off last night. There was never a tornado warning, but
why'd they do that?
But Cody Knox says he slept right through it as well.
Cody, thank you, but I don't okay, do they do? And I'm asking this honestly.
Okay.
Because I would think if there's storms all over the place,
right.
Why would you choose that to do a test?
Well, it wasn't a test.
What was it?
Well, so I was.
We got YMCA rules on tornadoes now, or does everybody's a winner? Everybody gets to participate.
So so I was talking with the emergency manager about 1 o'clock and 1:30.
Okay.
So I went to this.
Oh boy.
So
I touched the nerve.
Well, it was a tough deal. I can see both ways on this deal. So
I mean, I don't care. Obviously, I didn't hear it.
Yeah. So
I'm just curious.
There was a little spin up in Union City. There was never a tornado warning, and so it went from Union City to Piedmont to Deer Creek into Logan County, and it never. The TV meteorologist said, "Hey, there's circulation. It's coming up." There was never a tornado warning ever given.
I remember the good old days when if there was a deal that broke into regular programming saying breaking news, like on the national level, we were going to war. Somebody got taken hostage in a third world country,
right.
Or a jet freaking crashed, or a former president died. Right?
Sure.
Now we have breaking news every 2 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, when I was a child, the only time the sirens went off.
Story time with Uncle Phil.
The only time the tornado sirens went off is when there was a freaking tornado.
Right,
So there was no guessing, okay, is this real? Is this not real? Now, saying all that.
The meteorologist said these are coming up and they can come down at any second. There's no warning. It's just boom.
Well, we all know
there was
that.
Leaves going in a circle like they do in my driveway.
No, I'm getting ready to finish. Saying all that, I'd rather blow them if we think there's one than I mean. So I'm not.
Well, I know you're not.
You know what I mean? But I didn't know if there was actually something going on or what. It was a little surprising.
I was watching. Of course, I'm kind of a weather nerd. I never got out of bed. I never got nervous to do that. But anyway, okay.
You're not scared of tornadoes, are you?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I've
you ever been in one?
I've tracked one.
Yeah. How far away?
It went across I-40, and so we were able to see right in front of me. But I've covered a couple of tornadoes, but I've gone in the storm cellar a few times, but I've never had one go through a neighborhood and do anything like that. So,
Mr. Beggs, Ryan Cotting says, if the sirens go off, you better head for the Frady hole. And that's a good practice. If the sirens go off, don't guess. Is this real or not? Just take your butt to the Frady hole. If you're not in the middle of a good, real intense sleepy time.
Like Phil and Cody Knox were in their sleepy time. So.
That's right.
All right, Phil, let's take a look at our rankings here real quick. We won't spend a whole lot of time because we want to get to the games of the week. 6A1 rankings, really nothing changed except for the Mustang Broncos make their way into both of our top 5. Yep. Nothing really changes with Junction Union on top. Broken Arrow we have at 3. We have the exact same thing, Phil.
Yeah, we do that.
Mustangs 4 and Owasso 5.
Yep.
6A2 rankings, Bixby 144 in a row. Booker T. Washington still 7-1, ranked number 2. Dell City, their only loss came to Booker T. Washington, so that's why Dale City's number 3. Well, we have the same rankings here, too.
I was going to say, this is bad.
Choctaw's 4, Stillwater 5, the Pioneers.
Oh, this next one, there will be some differences.
Yeah, Stillwater Pioneers. Oh, yeah. Did we have Stillwater in the top 5 last week? I think we did. I think we did, too. Yeah. All right, 5A rankings.
Just can't do it, can you, Chris?
Let's see here. I can't do what?
No, nothing.
Collinsville, we both have Collinsville number 1. We both have McAllister number 2. We both have Carl Everett number 3. I have Coweta number 4, as does Phil has Coweta number 4.
Yeah.
Here we go, number 5. I have McGinnis, you have Guthrie.
Yep.
It'll all be determined this week.
We'll know this Friday. Which makes it fun. And if I went 2 more deep down there, Bishop McGinnis would be 7 for me. Lawton Mack would be 6.
Yep, I would have Guthrie, Lawton MacArthur.
Yeah, and Ardmore's in there too.
Ardmore's in there as well.
Nobles being a top 10 team for me. So
we'll talk a little bit more about those matchups in a week because we'll know a whole lot more about 5A this week. This will be a fun week for high school football in really Class 5A.
Yeah,
it'll be fun. 4A rankings, Phil, Tuttle. I think everything stayed the same pretty much. Tuttle number 1 for both of us. I have Poto 2. You have Cushing 3.
Yep. No, I have Cushing 2.
You have
Cushing 3.
My bad. Clinton 4, Bristow 5 for Phil, Grove
for you,
for the Ridge Runners. They have a big game this week as well.
I don't trust Grove yet.
Yeah,
they're 8-0. I mean, they're deserving, but I just don't. Yeah.
You'll have a better idea about it this week.
Yeah.
We'll talk about them here next segment. 3A, the private school league, Holland Hall, Lincoln Christian, Heritage Hall, 1, 2, 3, however you wanted to dice that down. They're undefeated. It'll be interesting to look at the bracket to see which of the 3 has to play each other in a semi, and the other one has to wait and see who the finals are. So Seminole number 4 for both of us, Stigler number 5 for us as well in Class 3A rankings. Class 2A rankings, I have Washington 1. You still have Beggs number 1.
The Fighting Ryan Cottings. Yep, I have Beggs 1, Washington 2. So same at 3 with OCS. I've got Vian at 4. You have Marlowe at 4, and then we flip there. You have Vian 5, and I have Marlowe 5. So.
For the record, I had the Fighting Ryan Cuttings at number 2. Beggs.
Yes,
the Demons.
Yes, you do.
The Demons.
Yep.
Demons. Makes a lot of sense about Ryan Cutting. Class A football, I still have the Cash and Wildcats number 1. Maybe a team, Ulysses, is that right? Kansas?
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Ulysses and Cashin play each other, met in Alva.
Yeah, had a little showdown.
Cashin won that ball game. They stay at 7-1.
Yep.
I got Ringling 2, 8-0. Hooker, 7-0. Gore, 8-0. And I got Pawhuska still at number 5, 6-2.
I got Pawhuska 5, Gore at 4. Then I flip. I got Cashin at 3, Hooker at 2, and Ringling at 1.
It'll be I think Ringling and Cashin will be on the opposite sides of the bracket. I need to look that up this week.
I think that's correct.
I think they'd be on the opposite side.
Big game this week for Cashin, though.
Yes.
Big game.
Indeed, they do, and we're going to talk about that and some other big matchups, including the number 1 game in the state of Oklahoma. We broadcast Guthrie games, but it is still our number 1 game of the week. We're going to break it down in our final timeout. This is the High School Huddle.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Final segment here on the High School Huddle. Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. Cheyenne in our Stillwater studio.
Thank you, Cheyenne.
Got about 7 minutes left in this segment. Cousin Nathan's,
he's active.
Yeah, man.
Cousin Nathan's he's active.
We'll break down McGinnis Guthrie here in a minute, so maybe I have time to redeem myself to Cousin Nate.
And he's basically yelling at you right now.
Basically.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at some of the big games this week inside the state of Oklahoma, Phil. In 2A football, it's number 9, Jones, the Longhorns, taking on Prague. Carson May, the standout quarterback, headed to Iowa here in a few months, but this will be a fun 2A2 showdown.
Yeah, I think Carson May is probably the best athlete every week on the field, but I think Jones will get the win against Prague.
I will agree with that. I think 5-3 Jones will take down 7-1 Prague. I agree with that. Owasso, your Rams against my Lions.
Yeah.
It's a Thursday night game, special Thursday night game. But Owasso, I think this might be a bad time for my Lions. Owasso's going to be a little upset.
Owasso's upset. Owasso has
better team.
Owasso wins. Sorry, our good friend. I want to say more so bad, but
yeah,
I think Owasso wins the game.
Go easy, Rams. Just go easy.
Be kind.
Yeah. Benita, the Hornets, 3A football, taking on Berry Hill. Both teams 6-2, both teams 4-1 in district play. It will be a playoff positioning game for these two ball clubs.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Berry Hill. I think it's going to be a great ball game. It's going to be, a 28-21, 28-24, something like that kind of ball game. But I think Berry Hill gets the win.
Yeah, the loser of this ball game has to go on the road for the playoffs. I'm going Berry Hill as well. The Midwest City Bombers, Phil, 4-4, a little 2-3 district action. on the road at Stillwater. This is another Thursday game. Remember, Stillwater had all their home games moved to Thursday due to having a hard time finding officials to fill that spot. So Bombers and Pioneers.
Yeah, Pioneers get the win here. I think it'll be a good ball game in the first half, and I think in the second half you'll see Stillwater pull away a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be a blowout, but I think they win by maybe 2 scores.
It's interesting because Midwest City is fighting for a playoff spot. Stillwater's fighting for a home playoff game. So that will be I think both teams will play their best trying to get those spots filled up. Tulsa Hall and Hall, the Dutch. Yeah, the Dutch, 8-0, 5-0, state champions a year ago, $200,000 scoreboard. The scoreboard won't be a factor this week because they're on the road at Verdigris.
Yeah, at the road on Verdigris. They'll get a win on the road and continue that number 1 position.
I don't know if it'll be close or not.
I don't think
this will be an interesting ball game in 5A football field. Noble Bears taking on the Ardmore Tigers, and this will be a big game. Lawton MacArthur's already beaten Noble. Ardmore and MacArthur play next week. I really think MacArthur will win that game against Ardmore next week and be the number 1 team. So this game right here, if you look ahead like we can, this will determine a home playoff game, I do believe.
Yeah, and I think Noble's going to get a home playoff game. I think Noble beats Ardmore this week.
It'll be
a great game.
Yeah, it will be.
But there's something about Noble's ability to score points is big, and you go look at some of the Ardmore beat Duncan, a 2-win Duncan team by 6 or 7, and and so I think Noble's ability to put up a lot of points is going to be the difference in this game. So I do have Noble winning.
Yeah, Noble played MacArthur close.
Yep.
I'm going with the Noble Bears as well. I think Noble has just enough offensive power. I think the Ardmore offense can run the ball, but I think Noble's defense, that's always the question in big games like this, is Noble's defense, can they come and play? And I think they do. I think they have a good chance of stopping that Ardmore running game, which is pretty good. How about this one, Phil? The Cashin Wildcats on the road at Tonkawa.
Yeah.
Both teams 7-1.
Both teams 7-1. Should be a great game, a road game for the Cashin Wildcats. Lock it down. Tonkawa takes down Cashin this week.
Man, you have been.
I love Cashin. I'm just trying to keep it real. I think Cashin's going to be there. I think they're a semifinal team this year. I mean, they lost so many great athletes. Of course, they still have the stud quarterback. They have great wide receiver. They've got great support players. I mean, they do. Mm-hmm. But they don't have those cats that can go get it like they had last year.
All right. The winner of that game, Cashin and Tonkawa, is your district champions.
Yep.
Okay. Pryor at Collinsville, Phil. This is Pryor's only lost 1 game this year. Collinsville undefeated. Many people think Collinsville will go into the state championship game. Of course, after that, anything can happen. But Pryor at Collinsville.
Collinsville could run rule Pryor this week. I mean, they got – a couple weeks ago, they got their senior quarterback, Carney, back over at Collinsville. He's a difference maker, throws the ball better than anybody in 5A. Yep. I mean, he's a special player. So I think Collinsville coasts to the semifinals in 5A.
Yeah, Gilkey did a good job in the running back for Collinsville. Yeah. I think Collinsville wins it rather easily in that one. Yeah. And then the other game to get to, the Wagner Bulldogs taking on Grove. Grove 8-0 on the year, 5-0. Wagner 5-0. Of course, everybody knows about the great history over at Wagner, but they're on the road taking on the Ridge Runners.
Well, Grove has this outstanding junior running back, Emmanuel Crawford. He's got more than 1,700 yards rushing, over 30 touchdowns for the year. They got to prove it to me, though. This is a game they could. I'm going to go Wagner. I think Wagner's going to get the win.
There you go. I will go with Wagner as well on that one. And, of course, the game of the week, we'll have it right here on 93.7 FM. We'll have it on Guthrie News page as well as the Bishop McGinnis Fighting Irish come to Gelsma Stadium. It'll be senior night for the Blue Jays. But more importantly, the winner will host a playoff game, whether it be Noble or Ardmore. Could be MacArthur, doubtful, but more than likely Noble or Ardmore coming to either Bishop McGinnis or Guthrie. Should be a great ball game. 2 great running backs.
It'll be a great ball game. You said it, 2 great running backs. I think the Taffy kid's probably the best player in 5A for darn sure. Best player in 5A in the metro area, in my opinion. I think you stop Taffy, and to me, stopping Taffy, you keep him 21 points or less, 150 yards or less. To me, that's stopping Taffy.
Right.
I think if the Blue Jays do that, I think they get the win Friday night.
And Taffy can run the ball. He can line up and go catch the ball as well. So
very athletic.
When they break huddle, you got to go, where's he at? Oh,
where's
there
number
he is.
9? Where's number 9?
Hey, I need you, you safety, my buddy, come over here and help me. We're both going to cover this guy. And
this plays better into the Guthrie defense. They're not going to throw the ball as much as you've seen them throw the last several years with Tarman and some of the kids they've had in the past. I mean, this is a heavy run offense for McGinnis. It's going to be a 4-quarter last. I mean, it could be who gets the ball last type deal, which Guthrie's had a few of those this year. Came out on top on one, came out on the short end against Carl Albert on that deal, losing the last 4 seconds. But I just think Guthrie has a better overall team. Again, McGinnis will have the best player on the field by a mile, but I think Guthrie has a better team.
It'll all be interesting to watch. Friday night, 7 o'clock right here on 93.7 FM. Jays and the Irish. Get there early. It will be a good one. It's 7 o'clock. Oh, 7:01. We're already.
We're in trouble.
We're in trouble now.
Time out.
Thank you, Shine. Great job back in our studio. And for Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. This has been the High School Huddle presented by Generations Church.
This has been the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. Be sure to tune in next week as we break down more of the top games and news from across the state of Oklahoma.